All right, all right. What's happening, everyone? How we doing? Happy Thursday. Good to see you guys. Let's go ahead and turn on the music, switch over, get the party started. Finally, finally, something happened. All right, where is switch over the camera? All right. What's up, everyone? How we doing? How we doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. We finally got some price action, guys. Finally. Go ahead, pop out chat, say hello to everyone. All right, live chat. All right, you Mitt, yo, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Armand, hey Johnny, hey crew, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? D Shuffle, massive dumpage, indeed. Is this the beginning of the end? Find out. No, I mean, guys, for the longest time, you guys know the setup's been there. We have every reason to be bearish right now. I don't know, I know the title's gonna say 20K next. Ideally, that's where I want to see price go to at the very least. To me, it just doesn't make sense to go ahead and, I mean, just because I'm always gonna say things might not make sense, but just keep in mind, guys, just because I think something doesn't make sense doesn't mean it can't happen. You guys gotta understand that we gotta take it level by level, right? So theoretically, we did break below that 28,539 region or the previous local area of support, and now we've got to backtrack. So as long as we're below that pivot, technically the next area of support to go ahead and test is gonna be around 24,765 around there, depending on what exchange you're looking at. But that's the next level of support, and then from there, if we can hold that, 20, maybe 21.3. I'm throwing this as an option, as a maybe. Let me go ahead and do this. I want to change this like a dotted line. Yeah. So maybe this is kind of like a maybe area, and then I think the most strongest level of support that we have to look for at the very, well, at least until 15K, is going to be around 19,550. So around 20K. Let's see. Prateesh, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Alif, what's up, Johnny and crew? How you doing, Alif? Good to see you. Buy this dump. Prateesh, are you still bullish? I didn't take that new long setup on BTC. It looks too small to me. Yeah, I personally, I just took profit. I did attempt one position, so I did get stopped out, which is fine. So I wasn't really expecting this to hold. I was just looking at this as an area to take profit, so I don't, in the case we do actually retrace back down to our previous entry, that I'm not going to miss out on too much. Let's see. Are we longing 28.6? Yeah, I would say it's a decent area. I'm not going to be super gun-ho about, I'm not going to be, how am I going to say this? I personally am I'm going to be taking that just in case, but I'm not going to have a bullish bias. Just because the setup's a little bit too small. I'm personally going to be on the side of leaning towards the bearish case scenario, which is the bearish ABC on the larger time frame. But as of now, I think that's a good area for price to reverse if it does want to, but we just got to wait and see how it responds. Harold the homeboy, what's up? You got stopped out yet? Yes, I did get stopped out. I got stopped out once already. So I just got to set a conditional to get back in. Maybe I'll do a half risk long, just because I'm not too confident in this playing out. We'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, so 28,575, then 24.7. I just realized I said 24.7. 24.8 or 24.782 or 780. It really depends on your exchange. And then ultimately 21.3, if not 19.5. But if 19.5 fails, you have a little bit of support at around 16.2. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be looking for 15.425 to be probably broken, definitely tested. If you guys don't know the more macro bearish count that I have, we can go ahead and go over that real quick. So you guys know, clean slate, all right, how we do this. What I like to do is I like to start from the beginning or the end of a bearish or bullish trend, depending on which direction we're looking at. I know I was a little bit off. All right, let me move the mic over. Sorry, stuff's falling off my desk. So from there, we have the bullish, or not bullish, we have the more macro account. From there, we can go ahead and kind of pick apart what is possible. How's my volume, guys? Am I too loud? Check. For some reason there you go. That looks better. That looks better. Cool. Niraj, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. It's been a very long time. Hope you're doing well. Can you take a look at FTM, please? Absolutely, Marty. I just want to get the main, I guess, the macro idea for BTC out of the way, and I'll start looking at other coins. Me too. I just have to play it as I'm not covered anymore on the long side, just in case. Exactly, Harold. That's exactly what I'm looking at. A good volume. Okay, cool. So when it comes to the larger case or macro case scenario, we start from the larger time frame. From there, we need to ask ourselves, do we find an ABC, or can we spot an ABC? The question is, I mean, it's up for interpretation. If you want to actually, no, it's not up for interpretation. This is the ABC that I'm going with. There is an ABC within the C, but for me personally, that's going to be that ABC is going to be the actual ABC within the C. So on the larger scale, this is the overall larger ABC that I'm going to be going with. Now the question is this the beginning or the end of something? If this is going to be the beginning of something, all right, well, what I like to do, hold on, let me change this first. All right, what I like to do is go ahead and count this as a larger possible A. All right, if this is a larger possible A, can I find a larger B wave? All right, and the answer is yes. All right, we do have a larger ABC within a possible larger B. All right, and the question is, if this is going to be a bearish count, we're most likely going to have to go ahead and take out the previous low. So from there, that's going to be the more macro count that I'm looking for. And we need to go ahead and complete this setup by putting in a lower low at around 15,400. So that's going to be a massive opportunity if we do actually go ahead and descend and actually put in a lower low. That's the more bearish count. The larger, I guess, medium term bearish, longer term bullish count is that this ABC that we drew before was actually the end of the bear market, and that was it. All right, and now we're looking at this ABC as a possible A. We're looking for a possible B wave to form to test lower areas of support, and then go ahead and continue higher. And then that's going to start the new potential bull run that's going into the next halving into 2025. So that is the more medium term bearish, longer term bullish case scenario, which me personally, it's hard for me to pick one, to be honest. If this is going to be a repeat of what happened last cycle, I can go over that real quick. If this is going to be a repeat of last cycle, me personally, I'm on the side that we're going to go ahead and test lower areas of support without actually putting in a lower low. But we don't have to necessarily. Sorry, they're doing like road work out from my house or out on my street. It's like every once in a while there's tractors and stuff going by, so I don't want you guys to hear it, so I apologize. Why is the music volume? Make sure it's not too loud. Still holding a rising wedge. Turn it down. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely, I think it's this trend line, right? Let me know if I'm right, Harold. Technically, I mean, it broke. It did break it. So maybe we have to come up, retest it, and then we give it a rejection. If that's the one you're talking about. BetaBot, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Oh, sorry, Prathish. I meant to say, I thought Harold said that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, that diagonal trend line is broken. So let's see if it comes back above. I was waiting for your stream for so long. I'm sorry, BetaBot. I know I usually like to stream around like 1 p.m. But to be honest, I've been getting like no sleep the last couple days, and for some reason I went to bed at like midnight last night, and I woke up around like 12:30, today, so I slept for 12 hours. So I feel good and refreshed. Had to do some stuff before I hopped on stream, but we're here. You know, price dumped. Hopefully we can get a better clue of what's going on or what could be happening next. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What I have for the longer term scenario. Remember, the B wave has to go ahead and test certain areas of support, and this is going to be a repeat of last year. Maybe this is the high, we come up and we maybe form some sort of like larger A to a B to a C kind of thing, something like that. If we get something like this, I'm going to be a little bit more confident in the bullish idea. But it all really what's really matters is if we come back down and actually put in a lower low. If we actually do it and put in a lower low, I'm still going to be on the fence that I don't think we're going to test 10K. I really have a hard time believing that. I think a lot of people who are on the bearish side are looking for very, very, very extreme numbers to the downside. And it's the same thing with the bullish side. Every time we get up to these larger areas, everyone starts getting really excited, looking for 48, 50K. Which, you know, can still happen. I'm not on the side of that I'm too strict on one particular idea. I just don't like how people basically use the extremes of each side, where people will either be bearish looking for 10K or bullish looking for 50K. You got to kind of just take it step by step, allow price to determine what it wants to do, wait for the opportunities, wait for the setups, and take them as needed. So at the moment, you guys know, I'll just mark out the support levels below, and then we can go ahead and just wait and see. That's pretty much it. But ideally, I would like to see something like maybe come back down, test this, get a nice bounce, TD lower. That'd be nice. Or maybe we get a strong push down below, come up, maybe test this area of resistance, and then put in one more setup like that. That'll be really good. I'm not too focused on what is going to happen, you know, in between, but you guys know those are the levels I'm looking for. Can you look at AXS USD, please? Absolutely. I brought some shared last night and today. I'll definitely take a look. Traders Reality says 9K. See, that's I don't. Tino could be right. I have no idea. But I don't like using the extremes of each scenario. All we technically need is a lower low past 15.4, and that's all we can do. We don't need to put in some crazy larger downtrend to target these lower lows or these extreme levels. If it does happen, it happens. You know, we talked about this. I mentioned it as a possibility, but remember, all we need is a lower low past 15.4 in order for us to complete a potential larger bear cycle. But yeah, Marty, let's see. I know Marty asked for FTM. So I'm going to do FTM quick, and then I'll do AXS, I promise. Are we taking the ABC long right now? Not right now, Niraj. No. If anything, you probably should be waiting for this setup here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. You can take this, but I'm not too confident in this one. I used this setup to go ahead and take profit. So I took profit when price was sitting around this area, little area consolidation. Entered, and then I got stopped out. So you gotta wait to at least 28,560 or 570. Sorry. Let's see. As long as there's volatility, it is good. Hope won't be like last month or last 2 months. Technically, we've been in this range. This range started back in June. All right, let's do FTM. Sorry to keep you waiting, Marty. FTM USD. Oh, look at this. Wow. All right. So we talked about this as a possibility. All right. All we needed to do for FTM is complete this setup. And we did. We got a lower low. We're currently hovering about the previous pivot of the A. Not financial advice, because, you know, we don't give financial advice on this channel. But if I was looking to buy some FTM, this would be a decent accumulation zone for me. I would definitely be buying some spot around here. A good chunk. I'm not saying put your entire bag in an FTM, but whatever you wanted to put in, go ahead and I would be putting a good chunk of that amount into this around at this point. And then from there, as long as if we continue to break down, got take it level by level. All right, there's this little pocket of support around 1930, or sorry, 1905 to 1950. That little area of support is good below. And then below that, 1650. And then below that, 1532. So these areas, these green lines below where I have the ABC, just areas of support to go ahead and look at. So definitely a good area to consider for FTM. That's a great setup, a potential bullish pivot for FTM. So do what you want with that. Bot music background, should I change it? Is that better, BetaBot? How's your Forex experiment going, or did you try indices? We'll talk about that in a little bit, Harold. But I haven't been. So I'm trading the Forex strategy. I haven't taken any trades since Monday. Tomorrow is going to be a trade day. So I'm going to be up early. I'm going to be up around like 4 a.m. to catch the London session. And then from there, I'm not sure if I'm going to be awake to try the New York session. Just because if I get up early to trade to London and I'm going to be up for a little while, I'm going to be like running on no sleep. So I'm going to try my best to see if I can get a trade, and we'll see what happens. But Friday's the last trading day, and then next week there's a couple trading days. So I'll let you guys know how that's going. But yeah. Let's see. Gold is bullish, ABC too. I'll definitely take a look at that. IOTA, please. All right. Yeah. So let me do AXS for BetaBot. I know he asked after Marty. Okay. So it looks. So based on what I see now, BetaBot, it looks like it wants to do something like this. It looks like it's gonna want to test the low. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I don't see any bullish structures within. I mean, if I go to a 2, yeah, even on a 2 hour, I don't like what's been going on here. To me, this consolidation that is too tight. There's not enough separation in trend. So for me, I would say most likely what's going to happen is that we're going to test the low around 461. That's my highest probability idea that I have for AXS at the moment. All right, let's do anybody else. I know. I have IOTA, gold. All right, so let's do gold. Oh yes, gold is a fantastic ABC. You're absolutely right, you meant. That's a really good setup. You guys are looking to buy gold, not financial advice, but if we can get back above 1894, definitely consider buying. Definitely. And then let's do IOTA. All right, so for IOTA, let me get a larger perspective. Okay. All right, so for IOTA, first thing I notice is it looks like, I mean, it's not the cleanest. Well, let me dissect this a little bit. All right, so this is a larger ABC, for sure. Well, I need to drink some water. My mouth's a little dry, I'm sorry. There you go, much better. So, to me, this is a larger ABC. And it looks like we did put it a lower low to complete. Now, this entire downtrend is a little bit chaotic. But the way I see it, it looks like this entire leg was an A to a B to a C. Well, the reason why that I'm going with this is because I'm looking at the separations in the trend. price didn't really significantly separate throughout the entirety of this downtrend until we got to about here. So to me, that's what I'm going with. So keeping that in mind, all right, understanding that we're possibly getting close to an end. If I go to a 4 hour, all right, based off of that larger setup that I just showed you, that this entire ABC, this is actually a larger potential bullish idea for IOTA. I would say definitely, if I was considering buying this, I would sprinkle a decent amount now. I need to sneeze. Oh God, I'm not gonna make it. Apologize for that, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so if we fall below this pivot, you just gotta take it level by level. Oh, I gotta sneeze again. Hold on. Okay, so, and I'm looking back to see if I can find previous areas of support. To be honest, one more time. My allergies are really bad today. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I mean, I really don't see anything as good support besides that previous level, which we're at right about now. Oh my God, hold on. Of course, my allergies are acting up now. So I would say 15, where we're pretty much where we're at is a really good area of support. Between the A pivot, the larger macro pivot that you saw me point out or draw before, and then this previous area support. So this is a good area, but if this fails, we're going down to 6 cents. Thank you, Jai, so much. I gotta rest now. Gotta work tonight. Thanks. No problem, BetaBot. Hope you have a good rest of your night, man, or a good rest of your day. Let's see what's happening to KDA. I haven't taken a look at it recently. What's happening to KDA? Oh, we broke that pivot. Oh, cool. I'm waiting for this. All right, so when it gets back above, I'm gonna be buying a good chunk of KDA up in this range. So let's see what happens. Great, many thanks, Johnny. I don't believe it'll go to 6 cents. Many good fundamentals for IOTA. Have a great day. Hello from Colombia. Thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate it. I know it's probably not going to go to 6 cents. I agree with you, but you never know. You never know. He's got to mark those levels out just in case. Let's see. Hugo. Hi, bro. I'm shorting MKR, Uni, OP, and ADA. Your thoughts? Yeah, I'll take a look at those. Drew, how you doing, my friend? Gold dump today as well? Yes, and it did set up a nice large ABC setup, so I'm very excited. I really don't have any interest in buying gold, but I know some people who are, so I'll have to send them a message later and say, at least look for potential, this is a potential buying area. Let's see, MKR. Do you have a preference for all these, Hugo? Should I just do Binance? Is that like the safe bet? Let me know if there's a preferred exchange you have for all of these. Let's see. Okay. So I would say I think shorting is a good idea. You have this ABC here. This would confirm more of a bearish bias. You don't have to short from down low, but if you're shorting from up high, you got a good entry. I would wait for this as a confirmation point for you. So if we can sustain below this pivot, that's going to be a good area of confluence for shorts. So definitely important level to keep an eye on. I really don't see anything for a bullish case. I mean, I probably would have been longing down here. down at these regions, but Binance. Okay, cool. Oh, you hear about the digital residence to Palau residency? What, did something happen to it, Drew? Is it like not a thing anymore? I know about it. I'm considering doing it for Bybit. But what happened? Let's see. All right, Binance, cool. So MKR, I think you're on a good track, especially with BTC being a little bit more bearish. Definitely think that's a good shorting area. What's the other ones? Uniswap. Let's see. I don't see anything for Uni that's significant in my opinion. I'm not sure if you trade ABCs or you're just shorting. This was a potential good short setup with an ABC within the C. Definitely a good area of consolidation to short. The only thing I would say is you do have a potential bullish pivot in the way. I'm not sure where you're looking to target, but we have this pivot as a potential area of support. So we come back, could be coming back down to test it, retest. And basically I would look for something like this. Maybe something like that. That's definitely a possibility. But definitely a good trade for you. So, oh, maybe at a head and shoulders. I can see the head and shoulders. Let's see what else. So Uni's not bad. OP. Okay, so for OP, I marked this out in the past. We are currently under a bearish pivot. Now, if you've been trying to short, if anyone's been trying to short this, you've been pretty much getting your butt kicked, which it does happen. But definitely a good short position. As long as we're back below $1.50, that's going to be a really good bearish pivot for me. Definitely a good idea for shorting that. And ADA. Okay, so for ADA, I've marked this out previously. The only thing with ADA that's got me a little bit skeptical is that we did complete a very large ABC structure. This is a very bullish sign for ADA. So I'm not saying we still can't dump, but I think if anything, ADA might just come back down to retest, kind of consolidate around this region. Maybe if it does put in a lower low, fantastic. I think it just gives you another point to buy in off of this ABC. But unfortunately, there wasn't really any good shorting pivots for ADA that I was comfortable with. You did have this one, but it's the C wave just pretty much just wicked right past it. So to me, there's no shorts for ADA, but definitely not a bad trade. Just be careful. In my opinion, there's some support below. Residency, considering it too. Yeah, definitely. Niraj, can KDA be the next Sol and Moron? Absolutely, Niraj. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for KDA. So if you watch Ryan Matta's video on KDA and he explains the market cap and what the potential of KDA is, I think, in my opinion, I think it'd be naive to not at least put something into it. I'm not saying put your entire bag into KDA, but you don't want to miss out on that. And I'm putting a large chunk of change. I'm expecting to make a lot more out of it. Let's just say $50 KDA is definitely possible in the longer term. Some people are aiming for $75, $100, more than $100. I'll keep my expectations a little bit low. So I think 50 to 75 is a good target range. So you do the math. Whatever you want to put in, you do the math yourself. That's what I'm aiming for. Was head and shoulders targeting 470. Okay. Yeah, it's a good trade, Hugo. Definitely a great trade. The Raj XRP. Yeah, let's do XRP. Oh, Rune's up 11%. I'll take a look at that in a moment. Let's see. Okay, this is interesting, guys, because now XRP is back in bearish territory. All right, and I didn't think this was gonna happen, but as long as XRP is below 58.57, you should be a little concerned, because if I go to a larger time frame, all right, this makes I might have to pull up a different chart. Let me pull up a different chart. All right, because what this looks like to me. Now, this is the bearish case scenario, guys. Bearish case scenario. This is an ABC that looks like a larger A. It looks like we put in a larger B. It looks like we might. Remember, this is the most bearish case scenario. I'm not saying this is going to happen. This is the worst case scenario for XRP. Worst case scenario that we can come back below 28.71. So that's definitely a possibility, but we'll have to wait and see. Tobias, good evening. Cowboy Trades is also a big fan of KDA. I believe I know who I think I know who that is. Yeah, I've heard him talk about KDA before. KDA is one of those Grand Slam coins. Basically, like, if the coin is going to hit, I'm expecting a huge push to the upside. I can go over the math if you guys want, but long story short, anywhere from a $55 to $100 KDA is definitely possible. So let's do 75 in the middle. So $75 KDA is about a 16,000%. So you can do the math on that. So it's at least, I mean, that's gonna be over 100x. So that's a crazy potential. Now, even if you want to go to 50, from here, that's a 100x opportunity. So, but if you guys look at KDA's past, I'm not too concerned. I'm not too worried about getting in too heavily just yet. Because if you look at KDA's price history, we're kind of in the middle of a range. And you can see we got rejected around that 70-cent region a couple times. So I personally think if we continue to push lower, that we can easily hit 30 cents. Bullish ABC on Sol. Let's see. Is Sol not on this list? Oh, being dumb. Okay, yeah, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, I would say this is a decent one. Push lower and Ryan will be dead. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think Ryan was definitely bullish on that coin. And like he didn't expect price to break below. I think it was like I forgot what it was. It was something ridiculous, but Kite's like, hey, if this breaks this level, we're going straight down to here. And I remember he just couldn't believe it. So it's the same concept. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, a leaf, but I can see that as a possible bullish pivot. Definitely bullish pivot. Just order some DoorDash. Hopefully Kite delivers soon. Well, if you tipped him well, he definitely will. He's a madman. I'm not gonna say exactly like how much, like what he does off of, like how well he does off of DoorDash. I'll let him talk about it. But he makes like stupid money. He makes like more than the average salary here in the US. He averages about more, but he works a lot of hours. and he's told me some tricks, some tips if I wanted to get back into it. I talked to him recently. He's doing good. Ryan's KDA portfolio was 600K at an all-time high. Oh my goodness. That is insane. That is... Now, was it off of this wick or off of this wick? Because that is... That's crazy. 600K into what? Like, he's at like probably like 12 grand right now. Food is probably gonna be cold to leave. Kai makes enough to make it worth his time. Yeah, he makes a lot of money. 28. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, James. That's crazy. Unfortunately, like where I live, DoorDash isn't as popping. Like Kite lives kind of close to a major city. So he's gonna be very busy with a lot of orders, and he does really well. Me, unfortunately, I live kind of like in a nice, quieter, like metropolitan area. And it just isn't as good for me. So DoorDash isn't really an option. At least to make enough money like he does to make it worth it. What's a good monthly salary in the US? So the average salary in the US, I believe it's like 55K. Yeah, average salary is about 15. Oh, it's gone up. Wow. All right. So yeah, 59K. And then the median household income is about 70K. So if you make 60K, that's crazy. The national average is right now is getting close to 60K. So if you want to live on your own, pay your own bills, not drive a nice car, I would say, depending on where it also depends on where you live. Because if you live in like New York City, it's going to be a lot more expensive. Or if you live like in like Kansas, it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot cheaper. Where I live, I think if you want to by yourself, if you want to make good money, have enough money to spend, live life, not be living paycheck to paycheck, I would say $80,000 to $85,000. So what is that? The 85. So around $7 grand a month. Yeah, $7 grand a month. That's what you want to make. That's like comfortable. If you want to make, I think if you're making anything below 50K and you want to live on your own, you're going to be pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. If you're living with roommates or like a significant other, or like if you have like a girlfriend or wife that, you know, you split the bills with, you can probably get away with making like 50, 60K. But if you're living by yourself, like I think comfortably you should be making around like 70, 75 to 85. Where I live. But if you live in like Ohio or in the middle of nowhere, you can get away with a lot less. So I would say 85 to 100K is probably like the sweet spot. 100K, more the better. But if you live in like San Francisco, LA, major cities, New York City, Seattle, Miami, Houston, Dallas, maybe not Texas, but some of the major cities, you're gonna have to make at least 100K to be comfortable. 85K is about $40 an hour. Yep. All right. Let's see. Is Harold still in here? Who asked about the Forex experiment? It was Harold. Harold, you still in here? I'll talk about that maybe if you guys want. How much does a builder make a month? Well, like construction? What like what kind of builder, Zero? What do you think about the Eagle setup? I'll take a look at that. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, that's a good setup. Oh wow. I didn't even see this. Thank you for pointing that out. Fantastic setup. Construction, bricklayer, carpenter, painter. Okay, let me look that up. So it says average the construction workers make a medium salary of $37,000 in 2021. The top 25% made 48K, the lowest made 30K. I'm seeing a bunch of different numbers, so I would say probably 37 to 40K. It's probably like the average. Yeah, Eagle's got a good setup. Let's see. Don't live in New York if you want to do crypto. I agree. Absolutely, you meant absolutely. I wonder if it's any different for bricklayers. Okay, so if you want to do bricklaying, it's a little bit more. You get a little bit more money. 50K average. 44 and 59K. 46K. All right, so you can make a little bit more money laying bricks. That's about the same as in Europe. Yeah, I would say universally it's probably pretty close. S&P crashing. Oh yeah, the S&P is dumping. If we can sustain below, I know this isn't an ABC, but this is a very, very significant area of resistance. So to me, this is going to be a potential larger ABC that could be confirming maybe a larger move to the downside. I'm not saying on it's going to be like a significant lower low, but definitely something to consider as a larger dump coming. Thoughts on very shorting the market? He's not wrong for doing so, to be honest. I don't think he's wrong for doing so. Me personally, if I was going to be shorting, I probably would wait to go up here. I probably wait for the market to get up there. But it depends on his entry. It depends on where he's targeting. If he's trying to short here looking for new lows, I don't know if that's the best idea, but let's see. Zero. We're in Europe, and I'm Portuguese, and the minimum yearly is 91.20 euros. So way less. Huh. You ever trade Forex or options? Drew, I'm actually testing something out in Forex. So yeah, so let me show you something. I'm actually in, I have a funded account. And currently I'm up around $655 on a funded account. So if you guys don't know, I'm currently back testing a potentially good strategy, right? If you guys don't know, I feel like my guys in my Discord would know, but if you're just watching from YouTube, if you're not active in my Discord, you wouldn't know about this. So pretty much, I keep getting questions. It's not too often, but it's frequent enough for me to go ahead and consider looking for different ways to trade different markets. I've tried looking into Forex when it comes to ABCs. All right. And guys, like ABCs, I think are going to be best played in crypto. That's probably like that's what I'm starting to realize as I'm doing this more, as I'm trying to plot things out in different markets. ABCs do happen a lot in Forex and indices and all that stuff, but it's not as respected as it is in crypto. That's just me. That's just what I've been finding. So in my head, a lot of people have been asking for different strategies when it comes to how to play different markets and all that stuff. And I want to take the same ideas, because originally I was looking for ABCs. But when it wasn't working, or when I wasn't finding a way to consistently trade them, I started looking for something or different strategies that possibly can align with how I trade ABCs. Now, if you guys don't know, all ABCs is a way of the market to take liquidity and trap people in positions. All right, so let's say you're in an uptrend. What'll happen is it'll create, I'll show you an example right here. So during this uptrend, all right, we formed a very significant pump to the upside. We formed a pullback. So before we even pump, people are going to try to get in up here to buy long. All right, people are going to try to get in at this region to buy and look for higher price points. So what'll happen is the market will actually come up to this region, create excitement, create volume, create people, or force people or trick people into getting in positions early up here to create FOMO and trapped longs up here, and then the market will go ahead and dump it on their heads. And what'll happen is it'll create trapped positions. It'll create a lot of liquidity in this area that has been taken, and from there the market will go ahead and reverse to stop people out, to take their money, and to continue to push momentum in the opposite direction. You can see as price is getting lower, positions are getting stopped out. So what's going to happen is, if this downtrend is going to be a lot more aggressive, it's going to create a larger momentum or larger swing to the downside, because it's going to create a lot of bearish pressure. Right? Same thing that happened during the FTX bottom, or so yeah, the bottom of the bull, or the bottom of the potential bear market, or at least the temporary bottom. All right, we just came off the FTX bearish news. We dumped. We came up, created an area of support. We put a slight pullback. We continue lower. It created created an area of trapped positions. So what's happening is, as retail traders and as people who are not using the best strategies are buying into these selling into these lower regions, it creates areas of forced shorts. So what big money decides to do is that they will actually buy this up, force people to get stopped out of their short positions, force people to buy back into the market, and creates these larger uptrends. Right? And that's all ABCs are. Right? It's a very straightforward and easy way to show you how the market likes to move. And if you guys don't know, the ABC method is based off of Elliott wave theory. Right? Elliott wave theory is basically saying that the market moves in trends, right, in groups of 5s and 3s. All right, and there's a lot of different ways we can go ahead and talk about it, but the problem with Elliott wave is that there's so many different rule sets, so many different possibilities of what structures could be forming. It becomes almost impossible to create a very clear and concise trading plan that's consistent. So all the ABC method is taking a complex structure or system like Elliott wave theory and we just simplify it. Right? Instead of looking at things from 1 through 5 perspective, all right, all we're doing is basically taking that first 3 waves, using it as an A wave to a B to a C. You get rid of the extra noise, you get a much more clear and concise setup. So that's all this is. So in my head, I took the same concept, and then I was like, is there a strategy or a way to trade that's can work, that's based off of price action, right? Because that's the most important thing too, is that our strategy is based off of price action, not indicators. So I can take another system that's based off of price action that may be too complicated in its own form to actually trade off of. Can we find a way to dumb it down and make it simpler? Let's see. Does try to have lower swap fees? I think yeah, the swap fees are pretty much universal. Some of them are going to be a little bit more than others, but across the board, I've looked at different brokers, and it seems to be pretty close. So I really don't know. The swap fees aren't that bad, but when I trade Forex, I'm usually in and out of position pretty quick, within a day. So I'm not going to worry about swap fees. Sky Knight, how you doing, my friend? It's been a while. How you been? But yeah, let me get into the strategy though. So, do you guys know who ICT is, or what ICT concepts are? Let me know in chat. Say yes or leave a 1 in chat if you know what ICT is, or ICT concepts. Let me know. If not, I can explain it real quick. Let me guys know in chat if you guys know ICT, or if you guys know his trading ideas. The guy who solved the market, yeah. I can make a whole separate stream just about that. All right, so if you do a stacked buy and sell with the same stop loss TP at price action, would that cover the margins, or is that overplaying the trade? I think that's overplaying the trade, Drew. Let's see. Hugo UK, and I work in the UK and Lithuania. It's about 3 or 4K a month. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, so you guys don't know who ICT is? So basically, ICT, if you guys look this up, I'm going to be transparent. The way he portrays himself online, I'm not the biggest fan of. Basically, he claims to be able to figure out the formula for trading. He's cracked the algorithm. He knows the algorithm that big bankers and whales use to go ahead and trade, which, guys, it's a bunch of BS. It's basically, you guys want to hear that stuff. Is there an algorithm that banks use? Probably, but it's not used in the way you guys think. If anything, it's used to get positions in and out of. They're not targeting your stops. They're not doing this. It's all a bunch of noise. So basically, he found a way to trade the algorithm, and all he's doing is he has different things that he uses, different, I guess there's different aspects of his style, of his strategy. So he uses like breaker structures, fair value gaps, change a character. What else is he using? There's a whole bunch of different terminology that he uses, but basically he has all these different what else is there? There's so many different terms and different things that he uses, but basically all these different things that he uses in his trading strategy is all based off of price action. So even though I'm not the biggest fan of the way he trades, or like how complicated he makes it with all these different terms and all the different styles and different factors that go into his strategy, the fact that he uses price action, I can get behind. So I'm not going to sit here and spend too long on ICT, but you guys can look it up. There's a bunch of free videos out there. It takes a ridiculous amount of time to get through. There's a lot of content, to be honest. A lot of it's him rambling too. but he portrays himself to be some sort of god because he figured out that he cracked the code. But long story short, you take a very complex, convoluted strategy like that, and it's the same principle as ABC's the Elliott wave. Is there a way you can take the actual core fundamentals of what ICT teaches and shrink it down to a much more easier, straightforward concept? And that was my goal, and I spent a couple weeks trying to find something, and I did find something. So I'm gonna leave this guy's video if you want. He does a really good job at explaining it. God damn it, I actually clicked on a game. All right, we're gonna do... So if you guys want, I'm gonna drop this video. Go ahead and subscribe to this guy. His name is Phantom. All right, he took a very complicated system with his which is ICT, and he created his own version of how to trade price action. Now, it is on a smaller time frame, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but the overall approach to his trading strategy is very straightforward, and it's based almost on the same premise of ABC's. Is that he's looking for price to take out liquidity, and he's looking for a confirmation of a reversal, which I do like. So if you guys want, I'm not going to go ahead and play this video because it's going to take 30-35 minutes, but you guys watch this video if you guys want to know, if you guys want to learn more. All right, subscribe to the channel because I really think I'm surprised I'm not subscribed. I like the way he approaches his trading. All right, his name is Phantom. So you guys look right above my head. But I follow his Twitter. I'm in his Discord. I'm looking to see if this can be a cool way to trade. He's passed a lot of funded accounts. All right, he's a very profitable trader. Let's just say that. And he doesn't trade every day. He's not sitting there chasing opportunities. He marks out the levels like we do, and he trades the levels according to how the market responds to them, which is exactly what we do. So I'm very excited about this. Because if this deems to be as good as it sounds, I did put some money into this. All right, remember I bought a challenge account. These are like, I got it on discount. I got it for like 120 bucks, 130 bucks. I thought it was less than that, but I got it on sale. Right now I'm up 650 bucks. I have to pass 2 stages in order to get funded. But if you can take 25 grand and make 2% a month, that's $1,000 bucks. You turn 100 bucks into a consistent, decent money. But this guy makes a lot. I'm just gonna show something here. All right, this is a screenshot from his Discord. All right, he took out 3K. All right, that was last week. Actually, no, I'll just show you guys. So the way he talks about trading, his principles, his fundamentals are very similar to how I align my trading style with. So for me, this is something I can get behind. So I got another. Wait, did I show you guys that one already? But he takes out a consistent 3 to 4K every week. He gives his win rate here. He talks about, he gives you guys updates. He's very transparent. You guys don't have to sign up for his Discord. He pretty much live streams everything for free, where he live streams a New York session, which is very similar to what I do. So I think our principles align when it comes to showing how to trade online, how to help people. And just to let you guys know, this model is not a high win rate model, but if you guys are used to trading ABCs, this will be a cakewalk. Can't wait for the tutorial video to be posted in the Discord. Absolutely. I'll definitely talk about it. I'll talk about it more once I can, because I don't want to put out I don't want to put out anything too much out there if it's not good for you guys. I want to make sure it's good for you guys before I can go ahead and actually talk about it. But you know, there's a lot of people out there that teach this kind of stuff, and I just don't. A lot of them hide behind Discords. A lot of them hide behind paid groups courses. A lot of them try to promote high win rates and stuff that doesn't really matter in trading. Everyone's so obsessed with win rate, but you guys gotta understand, win rate's not everything. Abdullah, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. But if you guys don't know, watch that video that I posted in the chat. Watch that video. Smash the thumbs up. Thank you so much, Drew. Really do appreciate it. Mr. Reckless, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you as always. Crypto Beehive, thanks, Johnny. No problem, guys. No problem. Like I said, I do my best because I want all of us to do well. At the end of the day, good luck with the funded account. I'm trying to get funded myself. Appreciate that. Hopefully, I can get. I mean, if this strategy is as good as it sounds, I should be able to get funded within like a month. You still sponsored? I don't know if I want to talk about that right now. The problem is, you know, because I don't think the guy watches my videos. The problem with Fairdesk, and the reason why, if you guys still want to sign up using the link, you can. I just haven't. Does this strategy work for BTC as well? No, not really, Niraj. I haven't really tested with BTC. I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to. I like ABCs. I like how ABCs work with crypto. I haven't really tried it with crypto though. Then don't. Yeah, I guess I won't mention it, but. As of right now, I'm not sponsored that I know of because it's just some weird shit, some weird stuff. Your show, bro. Your show, bro. I know, Drew. I know. An LTC short from 106, BNB at 257, and BTC at 32 or 31.2. Dump it. Dump. Hopefully we get it soon. Hopefully we continue. All right, let's see. We're approaching. All right, we're about an hour. Wow, this hour went by pretty fast. Not gonna lie, went by pretty quick. But yeah, I'll let you guys know if I'm gonna try to see if there's any trade opportunities tomorrow. If not, it's probably gonna be a couple weeks, close to like a month or two before I can come up with a conclusive decision. And if I like it, I'll share it with you guys, and I'll see if I can get in contact with him, and maybe do like an interview or something, talk about how he, you know, figured it out, or how he came up with the strategy. I love talking to people who are similar, you know, have a similar mindset, similar ideal or attitude towards trading in general. But you know, gonna test it out, make sure it works first. I don't want to give you guys any bad information, or at least limit the bad information if there is any. I try my best to be as good as I can. Sometimes it's not perfect, you guys know. We're just human. All right. Starting to lose my voice. Let's do some Wordle. I did it again. Shit. I always type in Wordle.com. You guys know me. I will leave the small time frame up on the chart. Oh, okay. It's actually really good. All right, hold on. I know this is not gonna, but I want to get the I want to get the letters out of the. Wow. Okay, none of those. What do you guys think? Is there anything that that can A in the middle or A at the beginning? Amish? Well, that's a good one. That's a really good one, you meant. What? How is that not a word? This. Okay, I guess Amish is not a thing, which is stupid. Is there anything that like amiss? Is that a word? I have some questions, you meant. I have some questions. I'm not accusing you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Great guess. I would have never figured that out. Would have never figured that out. Shout out to you, Mitt. Great guess. Great guess. But yeah. If you guys want, I'll show you like the charts and how I do this. You guys want me to kind of give you a brief introduction to the strategy or no? What do you guys think? You guys want me to go over it? I gotta change the candle on this. I was thinking Arise. Good job, you meant. Yes, go please. Yes. All right. Been following the ABC method for a year and a half now. Started a 1K account mid-February this year. And up 30% so far in the account. Definitely started off rocky, but the ABC method is paying off. That's awesome, dude. That's sick. Sky Knight, shout out to you, man. Fantastic. All right, so let me go over strategy quick. First thing you guys need to do is you need to pull up Euro USD and Great British Pound. All right, we're just trading these two. Biggest thing for me was assessing my risk management, and I got dialed in, profit taking it. That's awesome, Sky Knight. Congratulations, my friend. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. All right, so first thing you're gonna do, all right, you're going to go to the indicator session. Now, this is not an indicator. All right, this is just telling you time, market sessions. So type in sessions. All right, and then click the one by the Rokes guy. All right, once you do that, go to the settings, and you guys change the time settings to this. I'll leave it up for a couple seconds if you guys want to try it out. Make sure everything follows this. All right. So once you get all these time zones, all right, next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to forexfactory.com. All right. Once you go to forexfactory.com, go to the filter section on the top right. From there, you only got to check Euro USD, Great British Pound, and then US dollar. And then from the expected impact, you're only going to keep red and gray on. So gray is holidays. Red is important news meetings. So basically, you're not going to trade any red folder 8:30 news. So today we had 8:30 news. Today's a no trade day. Wednesday, so anything CPI and FOMC related, no trade days. So we had FOMC on Wednesday, so Wednesday was no trade day. Tuesday, we had 8:30 red folder news, no trade day. So the only tradable days this week is Monday and Friday. So tomorrow, so basically I'll show you the Monday setup. All right, so all you're gonna do is you're gonna allow the sessions to build. All right, so the yellow section here is the Asian session. All right, actually, let me do it for. Let me do it for Euro. Wait, did I do it? Did I trade the Euro? Yeah, I think I traded the Euro. Yeah, it was the Euro. Okay, so let me show you the Euro. So first of all, you guys can get opportunity on either or. All right, but you're only going to trade one per session. You're not going to take multiple trades on each session. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to, since I can only do replays on one chart at a time, I'm just going to do the Euro just to show you what I did. So you're going to let the session play out. All right. Once the Asian session ends, you're going to mark the highest point and the lowest point of each session. So we have this wick towards the end, which is the highest point, and we have the lowest point. The next step is that you're going to want the market to break above or below each of these levels. You can see we broke above. All right, and now all you're going to do, now this is an ITC concept. All right, it's going to look for a break a structure. If you guys don't know what a break a structure is, I'm still trying to figure this out, so it's not perfect. All right, but I'm just letting you guys know. Let me just change this because I like changing the style. All right, so basically all a breaker structure is if you have price forming an uptrend, basically the breaker structure is the lowest point before price broke the previous high. So as soon as price breaks the previous high or previous low, you're looking at the point where the trend began, and that's going to be your breaker structure. So if you go here, if we look for, since we broke the high, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be waiting for price to form a breaker structure. So at the moment, this was our original breaker structure. All right. But then now it got changed to sorry, no, this was our breaker structure. No, this was our breaker. Wait. See, I get myself confused on this. This is, I think this is our breaker structure until this one. All right, so now that price broke a new high, that's our current breaker structure. Price broke a new high, new break of structure. Where did we enter the trade? Hold on. I see, this is why. Was it the euro? I really don't remember my trade setup, guys. Hold on. I thought it was euro. Maybe it's Great British Pound. Hold on. I'm just going to use his Discord because I don't want to. Am I on the wrong day? Oh, I am on the wrong day. That's why. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. It's on Monday. There we go. Let's do this all over again, guys. All over again. Fuck. I'm a big dumb idiot. I'm like, why doesn't this look right? Let me make sure. It was Monday the 14th. Yes, Monday the 14th. Okay. I fucked this all up. So, once the session's over, you mark the high and the low. You can see high, low. Once price creates breaks the high, we're looking for a change of structure. So, or break a structure. All right, so price broke the new high. All right, this becomes our new break of structure. So basically all a break of structure is a confirmation of a possible new trend or new downtrend or reversal trend. All right, so price broke a new high again. This becomes a new break of structure. So now we're waiting for a candle body close under the break of structure. We get it. So you're entering your trade here. So once you enter your trade, you put your stop above the previous high and you target a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. And then you just let it go. You can see price kind of fought around that region for a little bit. Boom. TP. That's pretty much it. That's all you got to do. And that's it. You don't look for any significant areas of support. You don't look for any, you just want the market to basically take liquidity, show a potential a confirmation of the reversal of the trend. You take the trade, boom. That's all it is. And sometimes it can get a little tough. It's not perfect every time. This strategy, based on what I have been looking at and how I've been tracking it, it has about a 40 to 50 win rate. It fluctuates a good amount, but I've never really seen it go below 40. And so the next question is, and this was, I'll show you guys something else. Let's do the same thing for the London. Low and the high. So you can see we broke the low of the London session. So right now this is New York. So right now this is your new change. This is your break of structure right here. So if you can get a candle body close above that purple line, you take the trade. All right, you can see price significantly move past it. This is now your new break of structure. You can see we're about to get a candle body close above it. We did. You enter the trade here. Stop below the candle. Target at 2-to-1. I'm pretty sure this is the right trade. I didn't take this, but this was a winner, apparently. This was a winner. Boom. Right there. So right there, you would have made, if you're risking 1%, you would have made 2% on the day. You have a $100,000 account. Let's say you funded 100 grand. That's that's 2K in your pocket right there. Do you keep trading in those color zones? Do you trade all three? Why you trade London session? So you only trade the London in the New York, because the Asian session has to develop the range. So once the Asian session develops the range, then you can trade the previous session's highs and lows. And you can do it again on the London. So you're only really trading in London and the US. Do you keep trading those colored zones? Do you trade all three? Yeah, Sky Knight, it's just the green and the red. And all you're doing is you're taking the trades based off of the levels established in the zone before. So when we took the short, we shorted when price got above the Asian high. If that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense for you guys. So if you were like risking 1%, you would be up just on the day. You'd be up you'd be up 4% on the day, which is absolutely insane. So using this strategy, it has about a 40 to 50% win rate, depending on it can fluctuate, but on average it's about 40. The beautiful thing, once I can figure out the arrested reward and figure out the win rate, the next step is to understand how the strategy needs to perform in order for you to break even. And so what I do once I figure out the stats, all right, go here. All you're gonna do is type in your risk to reward ratio. So anything above a 33% or 34% win rate technically is profitable. And anything, the higher the win rate above this, the more money you can make. So if you're getting a 50% win rate on a trading system that gives you a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, you're absolutely fucking killing it. Yes, it's only 5-minute time frames. Only 5-minute time frames. So a lot of the biggest problem that I have with like a lot of the ICT stuff is that for some reason people love to use the 1-minute chart. I hate the 1-minute chart. 5 minutes it's a little bit better, but it's not the best. But since you're trading within a certain time period of the day, I think a 5-minute makes sense. When do you long? Can you show more examples? Yeah, I can show more examples. See, the thing it took me a very long time to back test some of this, because the problem is I have to go back to see which trades are trading days. So what I'll just do, if you guys want, I'll make this easier. I'll just show you. I'll show you the trades that he took. I'll show you some more long examples if I can find it. All right, here's. So like here was a trade setup that lost. That's a long position. Here's 2 losses that he had. So basically you look for, once you break the low, wait for price to confirm above for a possible reversal, and then you take the trade. When was this? 8-8. Let's see if I can find that. All right, so here's the trade setup that wasn't a win, but this is how you would do it. You create the low, the high of the once you create the low, the high before the low is your break a structure. All right, so you enter the trade once price prints a candle above, confirming. So you would enter on this candle here. Stop below to low, target a 2 to 1. So you can see this one didn't win, but that's how you would do it. Same thing with this one. These are the examples that you saw in the Discord. So took out the low. We have our break of structure here. All right, candle confirmed above. Stop below the low, targeted 2 to 1. Unfortunately, that was a stop too. Let's see, what was another trade day? Do you want more specifically long? Do you guys want like long setups, or you guys want both? Doesn't really matter. He's gonna, so I would recommend you subscribe to his YouTube channel and also follow him on Twitter. You go to tell him I sent you. So he has more rules, but if you go to his Twitter in the description, make sure, hold on. For some reason, if I'm not logged into my Twitter on my computer, but if you guys are go to his Twitter, and he has more, this is like all old stuff, but he has more recent up-to-date stuff. He changed his strategy since, so definitely go ahead and check him out. But those are some examples. I'll find more. I just haven't had the time to, and I'm like, I'm looking back at his Discord to see how he's been doing. So I think Phantom's getting some new subs. Kelly Criterion, baby. Both is good. Does he know who you are? Collapstone. I don't think he knows who I am. I comment on his tweets and stuff. I don't have that many followers on Twitter. But maybe if I reach out to him, maybe we can do something. But like I said, it's not anytime soon. I want to make sure this is a good strategy before I go ahead and start, telling you guys about it. And I want to make sure that this can be consistent. I don't want to lead you guys on. Did you close your long setup on BTC? I got stopped out. So I entered here. So I closed my original long setup. I re-entered. So I got to close that on this wick. But yes, my setup, I'm not active on that at the moment. Oh. So yeah, guys, definitely go check him out. He's going to be live streaming tomorrow in the morning. So New York session at 8 a.m. he's gonna be live streaming, so go check him out. And I recommend, like, you guys have access to his previous content, go watch his live streams prior. He has a lot of good talks about, like, he's a kid, he's a lot younger than me. I have a feeling he's not as experienced in trading, but he's doing really good. And so we share a lot of common principles. But there's some things that made me think that he's a little bit more newer to trading. But I could be wrong on that. Contracts, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Today would have been a winning day if you traded euro. So here's the high. All right, you're basically waiting for a candle close below this pivot here. You wait for a candle close. You got this one. Enter the trade. Stop loss above the high. Targeted 2 to 1. I believe this was a winner. Yeah, today was a winner. Any specific currencies you have to trade? Yeah, it's just euro and Great British Pound. That's it. Nothing else. Euro and GDP, GP, GB, Great British Pound. I can't pronounce that acronym. GBP. Yeah, it's only these two. That's it. You don't trade anything else. So it's very straightforward. I come late to the stream. Did you already check XRP? Yes, I did, my friend. Yes, I did. I can go over it again. This is probably the last thing I'm going to do because I got to start wrapping things up here. Oh, yeah, I got to wrap things up. I got to leave by like the next 30 minutes. Well, I got to leave my house in the next 30 minutes. Long story short, XRP does not look good. If we hold below 58, 57, that is a very good bearish setup. But it just doesn't. I really don't see no bullish setups at this region. But that's pretty much it, contracts. But thank you so much for stopping by. I really have no positions for this coin, but just keep an eye on that. Forex, you use leverage or something else? So the broker I use has leverage, but I'm also using funded accounts. So I'm using a funded account. Logged me out. I'm using a funded account, and then within the broker itself, I have leverage. There's a 30 to 1 leverage, but the leverage is different when it comes to using Forex in crypto. You don't set your leverage before you take the trade. Basically, you have to calculate it in lots, and you basically tell you put in a certain amount of lot value, and it'll do the leverage for you. So it's pretty good. But to get a funded account, do you need a deposit first? Yes, you have to buy the accounts. So I'm using. Let me log back in real quick. Hold on. So you have to, so basically I have a funded account. If you wanted to do challenge accounts, new challenge. So you can buy, so I would recommend starting off small. Actually, I wouldn't, go out and spend $300 on a challenge account. Start off small. If you use the coupon Phantom, you have to sign in first, right? So you have to make an account, sign in, then you can use the coupon. It doesn't work for me because I already have it activated. But if you use the Trade Locker software with a 10,000 for $70, that's not bad. And if you can make something out of this, let's say you make 2% a month, you can turn $69 into almost a consistent $200 a month. That's not bad. So it's got 1 to 30 risk, 1 to 30 leverage, but everything's calculated inside the lot size that you use, if that makes sense. But you have to buy. You can buy with crypto, which is nice. So I don't have to use my credit card. I can just send cryptocurrency over. What are the rules of that funding account? So you need to achieve. There's no minimum trading days. All right, your profit target is 8%. All right, you can see right there. Maximum loss is 10% with a 5% daily loss limit. But the way we trade, we only trade once to maybe 2 times a day on the strategy that I use. So I'm currently using 1% risk on my challenge account. He uses 2%. He's a little bit more aggressive. You can use 1.5 if you have experience. I probably can use 1.5, but if you guys are new, if you want to try this strategy out, learn it, definitely use 1% risk. It's very interesting, but follow him on Twitter. Follow him on. I'm gonna shout out his coupon code because I like it so far. Maybe I'll get my own one day. But yeah, no time limits, no time restrictions, no minimum trading days, which is really nice. The less rules, the better. When it comes to funded accounts, the less rules, the better. What currencies can you trade at XRP to? No, it's mostly just Forex. So I'm currently trying a Forex strategy contract. So I'm using the funded account to trade my Forex strategy. Some of them, yeah, some of them you can trade futures with, but this one I'm specifically using is just for Forex. Yeah. So if you guys want to try it out, you can. You know, limited barrier. It's a very small barrier to entry. I had a certain opinion on funded accounts. I still have on the way we trade, like cryptocurrencies, you cannot use funded accounts. For a strategy like this, I actually think you can. Can you withdraw back in crypto itself? Yes. So let me show you. So you can actually, I'm pretty sure 90% of all prop firms, they use crypto to basically withdraw funds from. Let me show you something. Why can't I find it? Why can't I find it? I can't find it, but he has a tweet on his account that shows that he got paid in crypto. Let me find it quick. But after this, I gotta go, guys. Media. So he recently took out a payout for like $2,500. Where is it? You guys can't see it, but that was a BTC. He got paid $23.71. So yeah, you can withdraw in crypto, so you don't have to, which is nice. I actually really like that a lot. I'm glad I asked about Forex. Thanks for staying late, bro. No problem, Drew. Figured if you guys want to know, I figured I'd share the information. All right, guys. I love you, but I gotta get ready to leave. I got stuff to be. I got places to be. So yeah, let's do the thing. Drew, Niraj, Contracts, Sky Knight, James Baker, Orlando, Umit, Crypto Beehive, Niraj, Mr. Reckless, Abdullah, Zero. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But thank you guys for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. Unless something crazy happens, I'm not going to be back till next week. So trade smart, trade safe. You guys know the drill. I'll be back on Sunday, hopefully. So definitely rewatching the stream. Yes, rewatch the stream, Sky Knight. And if you're interested in the Forex strategy, watch the video I linked. You got to find it, but I linked the video pretty far back. So, all right, guys, I'm not going to do a thing because I really got to go. Be good, be safe.